Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another video. So today, as you can see by the title, this is going to be another cooking video. And today we are going to be making string beans or green beans with potatoes and sausage. So we're just going to move right into the ingredients. We have garlic salt, ground black pepper, salt in a shot glass, a little bit of olive oil, some butter. We have smoked turkey sausage. We have 4 medium potatoes. I have a little bit of yellow onion chopped up, as well as a couple cloves of garlic. And lastly, we have green beans. So for the green beans, I already prepped them and everything like that. So basically when you get your fresh green bean, you're just gonna wanna pop off the ends. That'll actually give you a chance to check the texture of the green bean as well. And so let's go ahead and get into this recipe. All right, so I'm not gonna be in the camera a lot, but first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna prep our string beans. So these are really just gonna be off to the side most of the time. We're gonna cover them in salt. The salt will draw out the water to keep it crunchy, to a crunchy texture when we start cooking. Now we're gonna do our potatoes. So to this, we are gonna add our onions. So I used the bag actually just so that there could be even seasoning throughout all of the potatoes and onions and the garlic and everything. So to the bag, we're gonna add a little bit of our olive oil, as well as a good little portion of our salt, black pepper, and then our garlic salt. All right. And now that all of those seasonings are right inside, we're gonna give that a good mix. Okay, so now that our potatoes have their seasoning on them, we are actually gonna prep them so that we can cook them in the oven. I put aluminum foil on this tray for the oven. We're gonna pour our potatoes right onto the tray. All right, so once your potatoes are on the tray, you're gonna wanna spread it out. Just give them all a good little space. And then we're gonna go ahead and cover that with aluminum foil. And we want it fully covered so they don't get burned while we're in the oven. All right, so these are gonna go in the oven at around 375 for about 45 minutes. Then we're gonna take off the cover and then let them cook again for another 20 minutes. All right, so our potatoes are about to come out of the oven right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna rinse off our salt from the green beans, and then we're gonna prepare these, and we're gonna get a decent sized pot so that we can put all of it together and cook it down quickly. Okay, so our potato is done in the oven. This is what they're looking like. And this is about the texture. Ooh, that's still hot, but just enough for it to break apart. And so we're gonna put that off to the side. We're gonna go ahead and put this on a medium heat. Just a little bit of olive oil. All right, and once your oils had a chance to heat up just a bit, we're just gonna cook the sausages until there's a bit of a char on them. All right, so now that the sausage has had a chance to brown, we're gonna go ahead and add our potato. And we're just gonna cook this a little bit. Get those flavors all mixed up. And then to that mixture, we are just gonna add 1 teaspoon of butter. We don't need to go overboard. And like I said, we're just gonna let that all cook through, get those flavors all mixed together, because this is the basis for the flavor of the whole dish. And then the green beans will just be what we add to the end to make it just a little more healthy. That smells so good. Okay, now that this has spent a little bit of time cooking together, we're gonna go ahead and add our green beans. We're just gonna try to mix that together, get everything incorporated in here. And you'll start to see the residue from the potatoes, like they cook down a little bit, so it has a little bit of that texture running off from it. And it also has the onion and the garlic that was cooked in there. Such good flavors. And now you're just gonna let this all cook together for a little bit. You don't wanna overcook it. I'd say about maybe 4 minutes. You'll let this cook in here on a medium temperature. And then you're gonna turn it off and leave it covered for about 3 minutes. And then it'll be ready to serve. I'm trying to keep the string beans from losing its texture. You still want it to have a crunch when you eat it. So, yeah, that is the cooking portion. We'll get this plated and that is it.